swear to you guys, I just saw some snowflakes.
That only means it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yes, I am one of those people. We got more moddies. Oh, that's my key. For the truck. So if you remember in a previous video, I got part of it, but I didn't receive the entire set together. So I figured I might also put that to the side and just wait until I get the full kit so that I could show you guys the whole thing all at once as opposed to showing you a progression. I have the first bit that arrived over there, and now we have the other complete set to finish it off. Let's not waste any more time and let's open these boxes and see what it is that I bought for this thing. Alright, so we have the two boxes right here. Let's go ahead and start opening up one of them. Now, as I said, this is a mod for the truck, obviously. But more importantly, it's an interior mod. I don't do much of those, if any. I don't think the only thing I've done to the truck in terms of interior is floor mats. And here it is, the first set. Should be 4 of them. Right on. There's 4 of them. Okay, that's one. Let's go on to the next one. This is the big one. Oh yeah. And here is 3. You guys probably have no idea what this is for. And that's good. These are all the bits and pieces that I bought for the interior of the F-150. Let's do this one here. Gotta be nice and careful. What the hell is going on out there? Here's one. Gotta be very gentle with this thing because this is actually pretty light. Okay. Do 2 here. 2, 3. I wonder if these are labeled at all. Alright, boys and girls, here they are out of their packaging. They are cover trims. Yeah. I should ask for a drum roll beforehand. So these cover trims are pretty much supposed to be pieces that cover up your trim parts. I know, right? Behind them, you'll see all this double-sided tape, which is pretty much the way you install them. So this is for the steering wheel. This is for the gauge cluster. And these are for the door cards. Alright, so let's grab one of these. They're not really labeled, so I assume these 2 bigger ones are for the front doors. They aren't, like I said, labeled, but we'll go ahead and try one out to see where these things go. Oh, it said these are too big. Maybe these are the back doors. There you go. Dude, that got me scared for a hot second. I was, oh, wrong way. Wait, no. That is the right way. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see that, but I got the driver's side door in. It's mocked up. I haven't actually stuck it on there permanently, but it's there. The fitment is actually pretty good because it's obviously holding. I was super worried with the other ones because it didn't look like they quite were in there, but that was kind of a rush check. So these actually are designed. So there's the driver's side, and then there's the passenger side, and there's obviously 2 back door ones. So each one has their place is what I'm trying to say. And damn... Ugh, that looks so much better. Oh yes. Black wood grain for the win, guys. Now this one, this is the XL, so look at that. Ugh. Ugh! Better. Cheap. Nicer. Crappy. Looks good. Looks even better. So the steering wheel trim cover is what wraps around here and goes all around your controls on the steering wheel. And then we have the gauge cluster one, which wraps around here on the opposite side as well, even going down right here, I believe. So based on those mock-ups, it looks like these cover trim pieces should fit right on without too much modifications. But the primary thing here, guys, that I think needs to be step numero uno is cleaning the inside of the truck, because I've never actually cleaned it since I brought it home. I've done the outside, so don't give me too much crap, just not the inside. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what the truck currently looks like right now, the staining right now, because I just got a work light in there. It could definitely highlight all the dirt and dust that's on this poor thing. Alright, much like Planet Fitness, guys, this is a judgment-free zone. So don't hate. Just know that it's going to get addressed. So here it is. Really more dust than anything, guys. It looks bad, but you know, yeah, it looks bad, and that's because it is bad. Just know that this entire dash is going to get completely wiped down and cleaned because we obviously need to fit on the trim cover pieces over here. And who's calling me? So when it comes to putting on components like that are held by adhesive, obviously the surface needs to be cleaned. Otherwise, it's not going to properly stick. But we're obviously going to hit this up with alcohol so that we get a nice, super clean surface and that thing stays on there without any issue. Okay, so first piece coming up is the steering wheel trim cover. Obviously on the back you do already have the double-sided tape all around, so we're going to have to peel all these pieces off. The way you want to put it on is that you have to kind of adjust it a little bit because this thing isn't sturdy. It's not exactly, you know, a solid piece, so it is a little flimsy. That just means you have to adjust this on the steering wheel so that it covers up as close as you can be, or if not exact, just like me. But we'll go ahead and take off the pieces and attempt the steering wheel cover. Alright, I got the steering wheel trim cover put on. Was a little difficult to control, but obviously you want to make sure you tuck the piece behind the horn, or this cover, whatever you want to call this. And then you also want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with your buttons so that you're still able to use your buttons. Everything was straight, everything was good. Fitment seems like it's good. I don't see any issues. Obviously when you're putting the piece on, you always want to apply a lot of pressure because this thing is not going to want to fit on right away. So kind of have to manipulate it a little bit and just mold it into its spot. Eventually you'll get it, and damn, does it look beautiful. So next up, we'll go ahead and knock out the door handles, which I think are pretty straightforward. Here they are. Obviously we got the double-sided tape as per usual. Fairly straightforward. All you gotta do, put that in place. Oh, hang on. Put it in place. Find that sweet spot. As I said, these things do need a little adjusting just to find that certain spot, and then just apply pressure and you're good. Pretty straightforward. Once we do the door handles, we'll go ahead and focus on the gauge cluster hood piece. So we have the steering wheel cover trim piece added. We have the door handle piece added on all four doors. Kind of see it over there, and it's on the back doors. You'll see it later. Lastly, we need to put on the pieces that go on the gauge cluster hood, which essentially goes like that all the way down here, on the opposite side, and then one right down here in the middle. Now I know it's a little hard to see, but I'll get some light in there once we get those suckers installed. Now I'm gonna try to use my phone light here because it looks like you don't really capture much here. So I'm gonna turn this on, and there it is, boys. Steering wheel trim cover in black wood grain has been installed, along with the gauge cluster hood components here on either side. I did have a bit of an issue with that bottom one down there. Didn't want to stay in place, but I mean, if it comes loose, you could just reattach some double-sided tape and you should be straight. But guys, I am loving it. Truck looks completely refined with this thing. All that's next is to add some for the center console. I'm trying to see if I can find some good ones for the XL. A lot of them are for the XLTs, you know, the ones that have a center console. Not a jump seat like me, but eventually we're going to try to get as many as we can. That is going to do it for this video today, guys. If you're looking for a way to refine the interior of your F150, then I recommend that you check those out. Some of those pieces, the molding could be done slightly a little bit better, but for the most part, they all fit pretty well. For whatever reason, like the double-sided tape comes loose or something, check the fitment, the molding. Sometimes if the molding isn't done correctly, then it'll probably just pop it out of place. But if that's not the case, then just reapply some double-sided tape, guys, and just attach it. I hope you all enjoy that one. Be sure to subscribe for more content on the F150. Not only that, but we also have this Volkswagen Jetta here that needs some major tender loving care and hasn't ran in a year, but you know, that's going to change fairly soon. Stay tuned for that one as well, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Peace and take care.